Well, hello and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews again. It is Saturday night, and I'm feeling all right. Must be the night fever. We know how to do it. How's everyone doing? Oh my goodness. I told you I would be back. I have to try to keep my word. If I don't show up after I say I'm coming, something has happened beyond my control. So glad to have you here. Um, so here we go. I'll give you a few moments to fill up the chat room, okay? And you can let me know how you feel about this subject matter. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. Here we go. All right, they are coming in. Perfect. Um, and we are uh, seeing a lot of changes taking place. Of course, we were told that these things would happen, and they most assuredly are happening. Okay. And we know the past 4 years have been a total disaster. They have. And I am just relieved uh, that things are trying to get back to the way they should be. We know that there is a lot of work that has to be conducted, but at least he is trying. He has a lot to clean up. And so all we can do is try our best to support his efforts. Okay. All right. If you are enjoying this content, please do me one small favor. If you will hit that little thumb, that is the like button. It won't cost you anything, and it will let YouTube know, hey, wait a minute. There's something good going on over there on the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel, and they'll send more people over here, actually. Okay. All right. Several of you are already here. And so I will go ahead and start with the roll call. All right. How are you doing? Tina is here as always. Florida, of course, the station, the channel manager. We know she is here as always. Thank goodness to help keep me straight. Okay. How you doing? Sugar Daddy's here. How you doing, love? Lanita's here. Hello, hello, hello. Isaiah, and there are a few other people here. If you'd like for me to call your name during the roll call, you can type hello, you can send an emoji, whatever you choose. It's Saturday night, and again, we're feeling all right. Frenchie, how are you? Oh no, Frenchie, I didn't know you had been sick, love. I'll have to send some prayers up for you, dear. I'm glad you're feeling better. And stay away from large crowds. Okay. Oh wow. um Look at the subject matter, folks, and I'm not going to be before you long, but I did want to um discuss this because even though we've primarily been covering it, there's been so much going on in the village of Dalton and the township of Thornton. We've sort of haven't we haven't talked about this. We haven't done a video on it, even though we were talking about it in the other videos that we were doing. How you doing, Pena? All right. So, and I promised you I would definitely do a video on this. And yeah, Frenchie, get well soon, dear. Okay. And stay away from large crowds. I know I do. Oh my God. And so, where are we here? Isaiah, I am glad you made it. Okay. So the usual suspects are here. If you are familiar with the subject matter, type a yes in the comment section. If you're not, just type a no. And again, go ahead, folks, hit that little thumb for me, please. Um, all right, here we go. The title is Trump Forced Venezuela's President to Accept All 600,000 Deported Illegal Migrants. Now, we know initially, all of these countries were saying, nope, We're not taking anyone back. Okay, Pena. Yeah, and this just came. Some of this info just came down, and so, and we know there's a lot going on. Unfortunately, we did mention again. We mentioned the plane crash, and then this little small commuter plane crash in Philadelphia. So there's a lot going on. So we definitely need to be praying for people because there's a lot. And so I think this is very significant, and I wanted to go over this with you and share this out on your various forms of social media. Okay, here we go. Venezuela to accept deported migrants, Trump says amid immigration crackdown. Now, we know, for those that don't know, I will refresh your memory. Uh, okay, yeah, okay, Frenchie, thank you for dropping in, love. Sugar Daddy, heard this here first. Sugar Daddy. All right, thank you for dropping that first truth bomb. Chris is here, okay, from the Joe Boo Sports Channel. How you doing, Chris? I'm glad that you are here. And I love to come on here and talk with intelligent people. And again, I don't know everything. I learn from you just like you learn from me. So that's what it's all about, folks. This is not my channel. This is our channel. I'm just the host. Okay. And I appreciate everything that you do. Because, like I said, I don't know everything. Now, if you look at some of these big time YouTube content creators, YouTube is their job. That's how they pay their bills. They're on social media all day. Folks, that's not me. So I may miss something. So sometimes Florida or someone else will reach out. Hey, did you hear about this? So again, since I'm working, my teaching job pays the bills. So sometimes, hey, I miss something. But Sugar Daddy, we had been talking about this, and then this just came down the pike. Because today is the first. Okay, so I'll go ahead and go over this. President Donald Trump said on Saturday that Venezuela would take back all of the country's migrants his administration wants to deport. An announcement that came on the heels of the release of 6 American hostages from the South American country late Friday. So if you don't remember, I will refresh your memory. Now, people like Florida, Tina, people that have been here on the channel for a while, Chubbs, maybe even you may remember me talking about the Venezuela. They unlocked their prisons and they told them specifically to head for the American border. So we know there are illegals, migrants from other countries. But again, these countries weren't sending their best. And you see, I did a video the other night, and it was one from Haiti, and he was talking, I want to thank Obama and Biden. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? I mean, so some really horrible people have come across that border. And folks, you've heard me say America had enough crime. We did not need to import any. Sugar Daddy, you do okay, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so that's all I'm saying. Let's fix our problems. Tina, Laken Riley was killed by a legal Venezuelan gang member. Yes, 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 yes. And so there are all kinds of crimes that have happened. I mean, I was watching videos earlier today. Peter, how you doing? Where have you been? And so again, folks, this channel, and I have to say this because people drop into the comments section and call me all kinds of names and anti-immigrant and all these other things. And I am not anti anything. I am just pro-American. I say, you take my taxes, so spend the tax money you're taking from me, please spend it on American citizens. That's what I'm saying. Tina, was supposed to be illegal, an illegal Venezuelan gang member. Tina, I knew what you were saying, love. You're fine. Andrew, sister, they don't care about black people. Okay. Andrew, who are you talking about? Florida, good to see you. Yeah, Peter, it's been a while. We're glad you're here. Hit that like button, folks. All right. So Trump celebrated the hostages' return in a post to Truth Social, adding that the country had agreed to receive all Venezuela's illegal aliens who were encamped in the U.S. and that Venezuela would supply the transportation. That is significant. That's very significant. So where are we here? The back-to-back announcements came in the wake of envoy for special missions Richard Grenell's talks with the Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro in Caracas Friday. Maduro claimed victory in an election last year that was widely viewed as fraudulent, and we're all aware of that. How you doing, Leon? Including by the U.S., who under the Biden administration recognized opposition leader Edmundo Gonzalez Urrutia as the rightful winner and was sworn into office last month. So a little crooked stuff going on here. Trump has made immigration policy a cornerstone of his presidency, overseeing several deportation flights of migrants back to Guatemala, Honduras, Ecuador, and ordering the detention of up to 30,000 migrants at Guantanamo Bay. Flights to the notorious detention center are set to start this weekend. So it's going on. I guess it's ongoing. Tina, we have enough gang members in our country without adding some more. Tina, truth bomb. Leon, how are you? Leon, yes, we will continue to win. And for people who come on here and say that we're anti-immigrant, I've been watching social media, and a lot of people whose parents and ancestors came over as immigrants, they don't want them here either. So what are you calling them? So it's nothing personal. It's just that we need to take care of American citizens. Yes, Leon, we're glad you're here. All right. And so that's our primary goal. Sandy, how you doing, love? We're glad you're back. And so Florida and Lanita, ICE was loading whole families and single men on the deportation planes. The walk of shame was real. And so Lanita, Leon, Florida, Sandy, everyone who's here, there are a lot of people here. Sugar Daddy, Peter, I need to know your thoughts. The Biden administration used these people as pawns. They didn't care anything about these people. They had an agenda, okay, that they were trying to fulfill, and they need to be held responsible. Yes, I see all the people on the news, on social media crying. They were used as pawns. Biden and Harris should go down as the worst administration ever. Now tell me they did not use those people as pawns. Thank you, Leon. We're pro-law. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tina, America's become totally infested with these illegal. Tina, oh my God. You've been here, Tina. I've done videos on some of the horrendous crimes. I mean, the essays of children. And then they pick them up and then they let them out again. I was watching a video earlier today. Now, if one of us as an American citizen does that, oh, we're picked up and we're gonna do some time. We're not going home. Pena, I heard some people in Mexico don't want them either. They're feeling now what we've been feeling with influx. Pena. Yes. Okay, how you doing, Louis? Louis here, okay. Everyone who's coming in, do me one favor and hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated. Rita's back. How you doing, love? Rita, tell me what you know about this subject matter, dear, and tell me what your thoughts are. Sandy, I believe you want to come to the U.S. They need to come in the right, Sandy. Sandy, you're an American citizen. I'm an American citizen. If we break the law, they're coming to put the handcuffs on us and take us to jail. There is no get out of jail free card. This is not Monopoly. No, we go straight to jail. Facts. All right, so let me continue. I have a video for you too, and I have a couple of short videos for you. And I don't know if you know about this. Let me highlight this. The Trump administration has also revoked temporary protected status for Venezuelans, a deportation protection granted to Venezuelan citizens during the period of political upheaval in the country. While it confers immigrants a protected status against deportation, TPS does not offer a pathway for permanent residency. Hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan immigrants benefiting from TPS could face deportation once their status expires beginning in April. Just last weekend, Trump used the threat of a sweeping 25% tariff on all goods imported from Colombia to pressure the country into receiving deportation flights after it initially refused U.S. military aircraft full of detained migrants. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is also set to visit Latin America this weekend, part of the Trump administration's efforts to get some of its southern neighbors to accept migrant flights from the U.S. So there's that. Smart Final, how are you doing? LaDonna, how are you doing, love? So what are your thoughts? Again, I don't want to be the only one talking. I want to hear what your thought process is in relation to this. Smart Final, we're glad you are here. Yes, Smart Final, we're all on the same page. This is a good day. When January 20th came, we were like, yes, hallelujah. Well, all right. Charles, how you doing, love? These illegal immigrants came here to get Black America people today, right now, out of money. Charles, I'm not sure what you're saying. Peter, tried to change demographics to turn blue by overwhelming certain areas, get more. Peter, again, that's what it was always about. They used these people as pawns. They weren't bringing them over here under good intentions. Oh, okay. Thank you, Andrew. Yes. Andrew, I try to speak the truth. I can't come on here and tell lies because everyone has access to the internet and all they have to do is Google it and then call me out. So I have to be on top of my game. Thank you, Andrew. But that's what I'm saying, folks. And I know we knew that the left was going to have all these people, crying and oh my God, they're trying to pull on our heartstrings, but they knew this was coming. And some of these people have been in this country 20 years. You've been here 20 years and you didn't think to get your paperwork together. You knew this was coming. Trump preached this from day one. So they should have been getting their house in order. Lanita, the hotels are ruined, but New York plans to open a new shelter with up to 3,000 single men and a new location next month. What have you heard? Lanita, I heard about that. So I don't know if Eric Adams is flip-flopping. I don't know what his angle is anymore. So if you're trying to work with Trump to get these people out of here, why are you opening a new shelter? And a lot of people have disappeared. They've gone underground. They're on the run. And so just let Trump and Holman do what they need to do. Why are you opening? If you're opening a new shelter, how about let Americans stay there? All those homeless New Yorkers. How about that? And then I can get on board with that. And that's just how I feel. And then we know. Let me see, and I'll show you a video on that too. All right. So tell me what your thoughts are, folks, in the comment section. All right, let me play this video for you.
U.S. President Donald Trump said on Saturday that Venezuela has agreed to receive all Venezuelan illegal migrants captured in the United States and pay for their transport. That includes gang members of Tren de Aragua, Trump said in a post on Truth Social. The Venezuelan government did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The announcement comes one day after White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Trump's envoy Richard Grenell was in Venezuela to work on this. Grenell on Friday made no comments on the gang members, but did say he was headed back to the United States with 6 American citizens. A surprise development after he met with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in Caracas. Grenell did not name the 6 men shown with him aboard an airplane in this photo he posted online. 4 of them were dressed in light blue outfits used by the Venezuelan prison system. Trump cheered the move in his own post. It is unclear exactly how many Americans were being held by Venezuela, but Venezuelan officials have spoken publicly of at least 9. Maduro's officials have accused most of them of terrorism and said some were high-level mercenaries. The Venezuelan government regularly accuses members of the opposition and foreign detainees of conspiring with the U.S. to commit terrorism. U.S. officials have always denied any plots. Maduro told officials in an annual speech to the judiciary late on Friday evening that the meeting between him and Grinnell had gone well.
Le decimos al presidente Donald Trump.
We tell President Trump that we've taken a first step and hopefully it can be sustained. We want to maintain it.
The White House said Grinnell's visit does not mean the United States recognizes Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate leader. The meeting comes as Trump has kicked off a sweeping immigration crackdown pledging mass deportations. Some 600,000 Venezuelans in the United States were eligible for deportation reprieves granted by the previous administration. But
All right. So what are your thoughts on that, folks? Now, I'm going to also share that since me being in education, there was a teacher in Mississippi crying her eyes out because ICE came and took some of her students away. But again, you have to look at the parents for putting them in that situation. You feel bad, but sorry, not sorry. When Americans break laws, we're arrested. So, and they broke the law. So tell me what you think about this teacher. I mean, she's crying her eyes out. And then if you read the comments up under the video, people are like, you don't cry for American students and you're crying for the, children of illegals. So it's just a mess. Peter, Quest is wonder if they will detain them to let them go to try again when they arrive back to their countries. Peter, if they try that, I think Trump will be on them like flies around Fido. Waveland, how are you? Folks, stock up a little because as the weather gets warmer, we're going to have serious problems. Waveland, what types of problems do you think we're going to have, love? Leon, how can anyone not love this? America being respected again. Leon, they know the last 4 years was a complete, total disaster. It was a joke. Again, Biden, we know that with his mental capabilities, he was deteriorating before our eyes. And the Democrats lied to us, which, like I said, those of us who have more than 2 brain cells, we could see clearly what was going on. Tina said, Trump is protecting American citizens, and I thank God for him. Yes, Tina, and we love everyone, but we want American citizens protected. I mean, that's just, that's self-preservation. Andrew, okay, here we go.
I'm a little emotional right now. I am a teacher in Mississippi. I have Hispanic students. Yesterday, my Hispanic students were not present. Today, one of my students came back. When it was time for parent pickup, their parents were not the ones that picked them up. I'm sure that they didn't really know the people that picked them up, but they were told that somebody different would pick them up today. And so the first thing I wondered is, where are their parents? Because my parents that pick them up, their parents would greet them before they come in the car, would hug them. Just proud dad, proud mom, loved that their child was able to get a good education. And now, I don't know. I'm so heartbroken, and I'm so scared for them. And I understand that we all have laws, and we must all follow them. But these little children being without their mom or their fathers, what did they do wrong?
Okay, hold on, folks. So let me respond to something. I wanted to respond. Doreen said, why doesn't she cry for the people that have been murdered by illegals? That's a truth bomb. So just listening to her talk, she sounds like a bleeding heart to me. So Yeah, if I'm going to shed tears, first I would shed tears for the people that have been affected negatively. Like I said, they've been unalived, their family members have been unalived or SA'd. So let's look at that. Thor, where have you been, love? We missed you. The parents committed a crime. Rita gets it. Yes, we all feel bad. And if I had my druthers, I would take these people, the children and the adults, and drop them wherever Joe Biden and the Curry Queen, Kamala Harris, are located. This was a scam. This was a ruse. This, I'm telling you, this right here, they were used as pawns. And okay, the people that caused the problem, they're gone. They're not in office anymore. So tell me what you think about that, folks. Yes, I feel bad. Doreen said a 63-year-old man in my neighborhood was murdered by 2 illegals. Doreen, I watched the video on that earlier. They went on an app. And they went and robbed him and unalived him. Yes. How about crying for him? They met they went on an app. I watched that video today. Charles, how you doing, love? And that's just where we are with that. And we all feel bad. We're all human beings. But again, I don't know how you feel. Type it in the comment section. We need to, if we could, this needs to be dropped squarely at the feet of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They caused this problem. How you doing, Manaski? Sister people, tell that demon teacher shedding crocodile tears to work hard for our American kids and help them succeed. That's what I'm saying, Manaski. Yes, that's what I am saying. And I was reading, Doreen, oh my God, that was 2 blocks from where you live. Doreen, I may show that video. I watched it earlier. So, we all feel bad. But like I said, if you're going to cry, where are your tears for all of the Americans that have been unalived and SA'd? Okay, so type it in the comment section, folks. How do you feel about this? Because as far as I'm concerned, and we need to. It's not our fault. It's not Trump's fault that Biden and Harris created this issue. Pena, yes, I heard about the man murdered. Yes, yes. I'll show you this video. I'll pull it up. I watched that video. Doreen, I did not know that was on your street. How you doing, Greg? Yes, Greg, that's how I look at it. Katrinka, how you doing, love? Okay, I will. Once I play this video, I'll bring it up and show you. Yes. And they they put duct tape on them, tied them up. I mean, it was awful. Oh, here we go.
Is scripture, is biblical.
Okay, let me get rid of this commercial first.
You own apartment buildings.
All right. Let me get rid of the commercial and then we'll go on. Here we go.
Biblical. And so you can't then say the one that put you in harm's way then got you under duress, and then you say, well, what did they do wrong? It's not about what they do wrong. It's about the fact that something was done wrong that needed to be righted.
That's right.
And you can't then, you can't substitute and start to say, well, okay, well, it's playing on our emotions because, and then don't get me wrong, I actually understand this lady, right? Because when you're so close to something, when something happens, you will be affected emotionally as a result of it. But here's the thing, I wish we had this much compassion, because I have never seen this type of compassion or people crying for somebody for something that happens to our own children.
That part right there. When have you seen someone on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram crying for American students? You haven't. So yes, I, as an educator, I feel sympathy as well. But again, you're shedding all these tears. U.S. Army says, sorry, not sorry. You see what I'm saying? So what about American students? Hammer also overpopulated the schools. And this is another issue that I have. So every year, and those of you who have children, you know, if your children come to school and they have not had all of their shots, we send them home. They are not allowed to come back to school until they come back with that paperwork stating that they've had those said shots, right? They flooded our schools. There were outbreaks of communicable diseases that they kept hidden from the American public. They flooded these schools with these children who have not had vaccinations. American students aren't allowed to go to school if they have not had their vaccination. So again, a double standard. I have a problem with that. I hope that all of you were aware of that. Tina, this is horrible what American citizens are going through because of these illegals. I can't stand it. Yeah. And Tina, we know who caused it. And now they're gone and left us holding the bag, so to speak. They're gone. Katrinka, 100% me too. Okay. So tell me what you think about that, folks. I'm telling you how I feel, but I want to know how you feel as well. Chubbs, this teacher and movie stars like Gomez. Yeah, Gomez, Selena Gomez. Oh my God, she was on there crying a river. I was like, oh my God. And people were lambasting her like, you're a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever. You know, take some money and help these people. So, you know, hey, yes, teachers complain about classroom too many. Right, Hammer? We have our classes are already bursting. We don't need any more. We're good. Greg at Florida and Rollyn's reviews. That was my third comment, with the first two being yeeted. Greg, I'm so sorry that YT is censoring you. You know, it's not me, it's them. We know how that goes. Let me play some more of this.
You know, I don't see this type of compassion with the teachers when something happened with the family, and maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, maybe y'all don't put on the camera and started to record it for the internet when it happens for our own children. But I don't see this level of dedication for our own. We always make sure, when I say our own, I'm not talking about just Black people, I'm talking about people in America in general. We have so much compassion for people that break the law, and then their children are the ones that suffer for it. Oh my God, what is wrong? If I go out and I sell drugs, and I'm a distributor of those drugs that hurt people, I break the law. Because them coming over here break the law, let alone their parents being criminals and breaking the law, but also on top of that, parents being criminals, because the majority of the people that's rounded up in the first wave are the ones that actually did some of the most egregious crimes. So if I'll go out and I break the law and I get arrested and I have to go and do some time or whatever like that, nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, it's Americans that get arrested every single day. Nobody goes and say, well, let me check on his children. Well, let me cry for his daughter and all of that. It's going to be like, man, what was you thinking? And that's the same way I look at them as like, man, what was you thinking? How was you trying to finesse the taxpayers into taking? Think about this for a second. This woman is a teacher being paid by taxpayers, us. That's where their salary comes from, because that's what we pay taxes for. That's where your property taxes go into. It goes into your schools, right? And it's subsidized by the federal government, additional monies. And they get paid by your taxes to teach other people who are not even supposed to be here. When the illegal immigrants came over into this country over the last 4 years, the first thing that they did was they enrolled their kids in our schools, our taxpayer-funded schools, and they wasn't even paying no taxes into the system. Let me get back to what she was saying. I want to get her complete thought. And I always like to leave credit to the content creator by leaving a information inside of the description of the video. So if you want to go and support the content creator, regardless of whether you agree with him or not, that'll be down in the description, because we like to give credit. All right.
When I chose a person that I wanted to vote for, I did not look at their skin color.
Let me guess. 90.
We already know who she voted for, and then she's saying she didn't look at their skin color. Yeah, oh yeah. Tell me another one. Tell me another one, sister. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
3% black women voted for Kamala. We got a 93% chance that she voted for Kamala. 93%.
They were man or woman.
You should have.
I heard what they were saying. And I was so afraid of this, of everything that seems to be going on right now. And
I'm attorney.
All right. What are your thoughts, folks? All right. Let me get rid of this commercial. Tell her, Andrew said, tell her to cry about the poor black children in the American ghetto. Andrew, no one cries over American children, black or white or Hispanic, that need help. It's only people that are illegal. That's the liberal thought process.
if there are some words or anything that you could share with me to help me to understand, because those are not just my students. Those are my babies.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I teach them, but they are with me more than they are with their parents. And I am their teacher. We share laughs together. We learn together. And it's just not my class, you know.
Listen, it ain't Trump's fault. It ain't the taxpayers' fault. It ain't America's fault. It's the accountability. And we get it. Again, she see them every day. She interact with them every day. That's their parents' fault. It's 100% their parents' fault. If you want to look at somebody and you want to be aggravated with them, you got to look at their parents. You can't look at anybody else. It is their parents' fault. We are all.
Okay, does anyone else agree with me? Now, Tina says, okay, she agrees with Antoine, but I say we lay this at the feet. I say, if I had my way, I would lay this at the feet of Jim Crow, Joe Biden, and Kamala, the Curry Queen Harris. Tell me if I just wanted to know if anyone else here feels that they need to be held culpable for this as well. But since they used these people as pawns, they didn't care anything about these people. They were getting a new voting base. And so you enticed these people to come here. And now look at what is happening to these people. Rita, my property taxes have been raised several times this year. It's over 10,000. Oh my God, Rita. So Rita doesn't want anyone crying a river for her because she Rita's like, I'm good. Right. Then move them in your house, teacher. I bet in a week she'd be sending them back. Right. You're doing all this crying, or you can pack up and move too. The Democratic Party let this situation happen. Right. And we discussed it. Those of you who've been here on the channel for a while, we've discussed the reasons for them letting it happen to get a new voting base, which they didn't calculate properly. A lot of these people, they're not going to vote for them. No. Rita, my house is a normal brick Georgian home here in Chicago. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Rita. Okay, here we go.
All adults, and we make decisions, and you cannot just do what you want to do when you want to do it. What about the people that come over here legally? What about them?
Other Hispanic students have not shown up or have been absent since Monday, since all this ICE stuff has happened. And I just don't understand. And I wanted to ugly cry multiple times today, but I tried to keep it together because I just don't. So are they supposed to just hide and not get an education anymore? I don't know where they are.
Gotta go home.
And in my mind, I'm like, are they scared? Are they alone? Are they with their parents? What happened to their parents? Did their parents get taken away? Did they have to have other people pick them up?
Gotta go home. Time to go home. I want to do a lot of things. I've wanted.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that? Rita, dang, just wow. Yeah. So, and again, Rita, you've been here. Rita, you need to watch the videos I did when Prosperity and some others were coming on talking about, your wannabe dictator, Brandon Johnson. Initially, he was trying to raise your property taxes $300 million because they spent all the money on non-citizens, and that's a problem. She's supposed to be a teacher and she doesn't understand those people are here illegally. Obviously, she doesn't understand the law. And Peter has an excellent statement that he made. She can go to Venezuela and still teach if she cares. So, Pena, it's not only about compassion, it's about common sense. Pena, that's the bottom line. Common sense. We can't do it. It is not sustainable. Thank you. Andrew, the sad situation is that your so-called Black Democratic Party is helping making the matters worse, and they are. They created this issue. Again, we had enough problems in America. So, again, I think it was U.S. Army said, sorry, not sorry. And if I could, I would dump it. I'd find Joe Biden and the Curry Queen, and I'd dump it on them. Let me look this, and I want to share this with you since you were asking. Okay, I shared that with you already. So I'm going to share a video that I watched earlier. I think it was Doreen that mentioned it about a crime that happened. I was like, oh my God. And I could drop a link. I've done a lot of videos on the illegals and from several countries, not so Venezuela and Haiti, and it is what it is, folks. Let me see. I am going to play the video for you. Since people are doing all this crying and oh my God, let's cry for some American citizens. Okay. How about that? Yeah. 2 migrants charged. Okay. Here it is. Yeah. Okay, let me get this. All right. 2 illegal migrants charged in fatal attack. Let's see what their names are. Yeah, they killed a 63-year-old man. I mean, they. Whew. So if you're going to cry, let's cry for some American citizens. How about that? All right, here it is. Yeah, and like I said, I watched this earlier today. All right, I'll get this ready for you right now. If you're watching this and you're enjoying this, please hit that like button for me, folks. All right, let me see if I can get this going for you. And then I'll show you where they actually appear in court. All right, I found it. Doreen, are you still here? Texas did drop a few busloads of the Hamptons, and they don't. Right, Peter. Then they got them out of there quick. All right, here we go. I have it queued up for you here, and so. Okay, let me share this with you. So if you want to cry for some. Okay, Doreen, you're here. Okay, thank you, love. Let's cry. Let's shed some tears for some Americans. Okay. How about that? All right, here we go.
Arrested for a shocking homicide on the far northwest side.
Started from the beginning.
New details coming out tonight about 2 men arrested for a shocking homicide on the far northwest side.
WGN's Dana Rebick joins us live with the latest on that investigation. Dana. Our police sources do confirm that 2 suspects have been arrested and are now in custody awaiting charges of first-degree murder and robbery. We do know their identities, but are withholding that information until they are officially charged.
I drive past and I walk past that house all the time. So it's kind of nerve-wracking now that something happens that close to the house.
Neighbors shaken after the murder of 63-year-old George Levin, who lived in this home in the 7600 block of West Talcott Avenue in Norwood Park. Our Chicago police sources tonight confirming they now have arrested 2 men who are in custody. Both are migrants from Venezuela and Ecuador, one we know in his early 20s. One of the suspects found at a home in Logan Square, the other in Norwood Park, about a mile and a half from the crime scene.
Crime scene, 1 victim, Smith unit. His arms tied with a duct tape, legs with the extension cord.
Officers responded to the victim's home around 11 p.m. Sunday night. Levin was unresponsive, found bound with duct tape and an extension cord.
In the basement. His sister found him.
According to the Chicago Tribune, Levin had been beaten and his keys, wallet, and cell phone were missing. After an autopsy, the Cook County medical examiner found Levin had died of multiple injuries, ruling his death a homicide.
I'm actually very shocked. Ever since the violence in Chicago's kind of been creeping up, we've been more alert, aware. We've got security cameras everywhere. Our neighbors also tend to be very cautious as well, just because you never know.
Our police sources also telling us that one of these suspects had been previously arrested not long ago for child luring on January 12th involving 2 teenage girls. But that those charges, we are told, were downgraded and he was released. Reporting live at the 16th Police District, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
And let me give you the backstory on that. Yeah, he was trying. The girls were they 12 and 13? I mean, young girls they were trying to lure. Now, Hammer or Peter, anyone else, any American citizen that had done that, guess what? You're going to jail. They just took him, okay, you're good, and released them. What the heck? So let me show you their pictures. All right, and this just came out, what, 15 minutes ago? Okay, yeah, and they have their mug shots and everything. All right. Okay, here we go.
Details in a Norwood Park murder as the 2 suspects appeared in court today. Both are men from South America who had previous encounters with law enforcement. Our Noel Brennan has more tonight.
Prosecutors say one of the 2 men now charged with murder and robbery was wearing a GPS ankle monitor from the Department of Homeland Security at the time of the murder, and the other was arrested just 2 weeks before the murder. This afternoon, a judge ordered both men detained as the case moves forward. Last Sunday, a sister made a discovery that a judge calls shocking and horrifying. She found her brother, 63-year-old George Levin, dead inside the home they shared in Norwood Park. Prosecutors say Levin had been tied up, badly beaten, and possibly suffocated. Chicago police arrested these men for murder and robbery. 29-year-old Jefferson Ubia Delgado from Ecuador and 21-year-old Guiderwin Bayo Morales from Venezuela. Ubia Delgado had a GPS ankle monitor from the Department of Homeland Security. Prosecutors say the men met George Levin through a dating app and had gone to his apartment for sex. Sunday night, Levin's sister heard a loud noise from the basement where her brother lived. Prosecutors say she saw Bayo Morales, who assured her everything was okay. Bayo Morales and Ubia Delgado then left. Levin's sister didn't see her brother until she forced the door open and found his body. His hands were wrapped in duct tape, an electrical cord tied his feet together, and a sock was stuffed in his mouth. Prosecutors say the men took Levin's phone and wallet and made several purchases. They say Levin's sister identified Bayo Morales in the lineup, and prosecutors say Ubia Delgado later admitted to going to Levin's apartment. The defense team argued what happened in the basement was an unfortunate accident between consenting adults. In court, a judge ordered the men detained, calling what happened much more than sheer tragic. 2 weeks before the murder, Bayo Morales was arrested for simple assault. Prosecutors say the victim was under the age of 13. A source tells CBS News Chicago that Bayo Morales was trying to lure 2 young girls into his car. I reached out to the Chicago Office for Immigration and Customs Enforcement to ask about Ubia Delgado's ankle monitor. Their voicemail box was full. Reporting from 26th and Cal, Noel Brennan, CBS News Chicago.
Noel, thanks. As for Immigration and Customs Enforcement's role in this case in the future, the feds won't get custody of the defendants for a while.
Remain in the custody of the Cook County Sheriff till this case is tried. And if they are found guilty, they will be sentenced to the Illinois Department of Corrections. ICE won't be able to get their hands on these guys unless A, they're found not guilty at trial and released from the Cook County Jail, or they completed their sentence, which I suspect will be many years from now. So this is not going to be a quick situation where ICE is going to be involved and these guys are going to be thrown out of the country.
Good context. Thanks to Irv Miller for that.
All right. So what are your thoughts, folks? This is where we are right now. Lanita said these illegals are mainly culturally racist against Black teachers and students in many situations where the majority student population schools. Okay, Lanita. Andrew, okay, U.S. Army retired. In this case, 5.56 only cost 65 cents. Okay. Betty, yes, this is horrible, Betty Boop. And so, again, voting has consequences. So if you continue to vote blue, no matter who, nothing's going to change, folks. Vote. You have to be intelligent and you have to vote strategically. I don't know how many times I've said that this past year. But yeah, this has been ongoing. And okay, any American citizens that do that, you're going to jail. And let me show you. There are people all over. I mean, it's just a mess. And then you have some people that are laughing, telling people to go back to their countries. And it's just a mess, folks. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. But this is Trump. One thing you can say, he told them what he was going to do. And so, hey, it is what it is. It's not like he said he was going to do one thing and then, you know, he's like out here. You're like, oh, my God, what's he doing? He told you what he was going to do. And people still don't get it. Would you pet a cobra? Let's take our country back to safety and security. Shut the front door and the windows, too. Pena, yes. Rita, I believe there was only 30% of registered voters who voted for Brandon Johnson. Well, Chicago's looking like a ghost town now because people are in hiding. And so we don't know, if that will continue, but people have gone underground. People are hiding. And so, we don't know where this will end. But again, if they didn't have two different sets of rules, it wouldn't be so bad. But American citizens, when we commit crimes, we go to jail. So, hey, what's good for the goose? The old people used to tell me is good for the gander. Chris May. Okay, Chris agrees. Okay. Yeah, and that idiot mayor of theirs. Oh, my God. Jeez. He has no, I have one more clip to show you. He said that when they were talking about all the crimes that these illegals had committed, and he was just pretty much like, we're not supposed to. And they were like, well, what about the illegals that are essaying people? That's not our job. That's not your job. You're supposed to do what the mayor, Greg Abbott, the governor in Texas, his constituents voted for him. He's supposed to protect them. Your constituents voted for you. You're protecting non-citizens. I can't with him. So tell me what your thoughts are. But that's what he said. So, I just don't know. Okay. And he was talking about the raids. And like I said, all Trump has to do for all of these blue cities that are saying, oh, we're not going to comply, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. All he has to do is cut the federal money. No state can completely sustain itself without federal money. They can't. How you doing, Chris? And so they're just doing a lot of posturing, but when the rubber meets the road, William, nobody elected their governor to be governor of the planet, right? William. Yeah, Emperor Brandon Johnson. That's what I'm going to call him. He is completely detached. So I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, every time I think he can't say something more stupid, he does. So it's more stupid than the previous statement. So what can you do? Yeah, he said that he said they're not responsible. I was like, OMG. And I'll show it to Zelly. How are you doing, love? And I wish Trump could do just with just all the way get rid of these sanctuary cities. I hope there's something that Trump can do to just totally don't even leave it in their hands, because these idiots, oh my God. So where are we? Zelly said they respect him and probably are scared of him. Okay. Lanita, Brandon Johnson's an idiot. He's a far left liberal puppet. He's as far left as you can go. Carla, how you doing? Miss Enriquez. All right. Hit the like button, folks, everyone who's here. We have a nice crowd in here tonight. Music therapy. How you doing, love? And so that's what he said. So he has people, his residents, people that voted for him, who are being SA'd and unalived. And he's saying, and people are like, don't you want to get rid of the sanctuary status? He's like, no. Like, I mean, again, the pink elephant's over here, and he's standing here talking. There's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. And he's blasting the raids. He's an idiot. Oh my God. I'm telling you, he's probably going to be a one-term mayor, but the people of Chicago, if you vote for another Democrat, the different person, same agenda. Voting has consequences. Okay, here we go. So let me show you what this, as Bugs Bunny would say, what a maroon. I'm not even going to call him a moron. Let's call him a maroon. And it's like, I think he's afraid he knows he will not get out of step, because he knows, he'll be under indictment just like the other Democrats. So that's what happens. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. All right, here we go.
The Chicago area, and the mayor struck, you might say, a defiant tone, saying he will not be intimidated by the Trump administration. In a wide-ranging news conference that lasted more than an hour, Mayor Johnson and some of his top department leaders, including Police Superintendent Larry Snelling, sought to calm fears in the immigrant community about those ICE raids and deportations. Snelling says they believe more than 100 people were arrested during the targeted federal operation over the last few days in Chicago, and although he could not give a specific number, he said he believed that most of those taken into custody did have outstanding warrants or had committed crimes. He said, as per their policy, the police department neither helped nor stood in the way of the ICE agents.
Okay, someone type in the comment section. If any of it, there are 60 plus people in the comment section right now, including myself, 61, 2-ish. If we have outstanding warrants for, horrendous crimes, we're talking theft, robbery, we're talking felonies, we're not talking misdemeanors primarily. Unalivings, you tell me, if the federal government, U.S. Marshals, were looking for you because you have outstanding warrants and you've committed some horrendous crimes, some felonies, someone type in the comment section and let me know, because maybe I have forgotten. Would the local police, sanctuary city or not, would they turn you in? They would arrest you and they would have you there waiting for the U.S. Marshals to pick you up. Someone tell me what they would do. Maybe I'm just making this up. Music therapy, I know that's YT. Functions by radar. How you doing, love? Yes, functions. Yes. Someone tell me what would happen if we have committed horrendous crimes and the U.S. Marshals or the FBI is looking for us. What's the local police going to do? Peter said they'll pick you up for a missing court date. Thank you, Peter. Zully said, I don't know. Zully, you don't know? Functions, I hope you get better soon, love. Thank you, Florida, for that the help. Sanctuary cities won't. I'm just saying, if any of us commits heinous crimes, I mean felonies, and the U.S. Marshals are looking for us. See, a lot of these people have outstanding warrants. Do you think that the local police are going to say, no, we're not helping you? I'll tell you what they do. Okay, Rita. They will put you, Lanita gets it. The local police would arrest you and hold you until the U.S. Marshals arrive. Thank you, Lanita. Yes. Yes. They're not going to tell the U.S. Marshal, no, we're not helping you. But people who aren't citizens, you're adamant. We're not helping you. Da, 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 da. Fill in the blank. In my county or town, they arrest you, but they arrest your butt. Yes, Peter. Peter, if you had outstanding warrants, they're going to arrest you, and then when the U.S. Marshals come to town, they're just going to come pick you up. Thank you, Tina. Tina just dropped a number to call ICE. Thank you, Tina. Right? Chris said, if it's not political, they're all in. Right. So why do you protect non-citizens when American citizens who have outstanding warrants are picked up? Peter said they'll pick you up for a ticket. What would you say? A traffic ticket? You miss a court date? They'll come pick you up. Doreen said, put that number in your phone. How you doing, Mary? Mary, where have you been, love? And I know everyone's busy and working. That's what I'm saying. And see, that's where I have such an issue with this whole situation. It's backward laws. How you doing, Mayor? And that's my primary issue. You can't have two sets of rules, and that's what they have, but they're liberals. Functions by radar. I challenge people to name one country. This stuff can be pulled in. I think Poland is in the right. Okay. Mary, you've been sick? Oh, no. So let's listen to this.
Mayor Johnson condemned the raids as a stunt being used by the Trump administration to stoke fear and said the city continues to stand by its sanctuary city policy of protecting working class immigrants, even if they are here illegally.
City leadership and I remain close in our communications. We will continue to work closely with the Chicago Police Department to continue to monitor this situation. We stand together firmly in our welcoming city status, as well as our commitment to protecting all residents of the city of Chicago, no matter where you come from or how long you've lived here.
There's a level of fear out there that we have to bring down. And as authorities, we have a responsibility to be that calming voice. And I think it's important for everyone to understand right now that the information that we're getting directly from our federal partners. And when I say partners, these are people that we have worked with through the DNC and we work with on everyday crime issues as those violent crimes affect our city.
Mayor Johnson also refused to say whether he will testify before Congress, recently receiving a letter from a congressional committee to testify about the city's sanctuary city status. He said they are awaiting their decision. The city's corporation council stepped in front of the microphone and said they are weighing their options. They're looking at it as a legal request and not as a request for him to simply go and speak his mind.
Yeah, so Janet, how are you doing, love? Janet said, who are they working for? Janet, you know they're Marxists and socialists. They're not working for us. They're not working for American citizens. We know that. And so that, and again, that is my primary issue with this whole situation. I have a serious issue with them because of that. Rita has a video she wants Mayor Johnson. Okay, let me see what. Thank you, Rita. I do have that. Testify about sanctuary city. Okay, thank you, Rita. Okay, I'll pull that up. And tell me what your thoughts are. We'll look at one more video and then we'll get out of here. The oath is to citizens. So something is right. Music therapy. William Adams working for businesses that hire illegals. That's a problem. Yes. They get donations from them. William gets it. You're dead on point. Oh, Mary, I hope you get better, love. Try to stay calm. Latina Patriot. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm doing great. I hope you're fine, Latina Patriot. Latina Patriot, tell us what your thoughts are about this subject matter, love. Okay. Charles said, Charles, you're right as well. And so that's just where we are. Here we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what this one is. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. We're glad that you are here. Here we go.
Mayors to turn over documents and testify before Congress.
Why wouldn't you go to D.C.?
Well, I've gone to D.C. multiple times.
On this occasion.
Well, because here's the thing. The people of Chicago want to have a far broader conversation in this moment.
But this representative wants to have a very specific conversation with you.
Well,
and
I
your
find
colleagues.
that to be, disingenuous, quite frankly. When the people of Chicago say that they want affordability, that's why we're building more affordable homes.
What do you make of reports that Representative Comer may compel you and your fellow mayors to come by way of subpoena?
Well, again, the Trump administration has control over the House, the Senate, the judicial branch of government. This is really an incredible derelict of duty in this moment.
Are you leaning towards going?
I'm not quite sure if this is the forum in which that could take place, but we're going to review that letter.
Can you come out here to the front door?
For all the bluster around what's going on, the folks here illegally, the people who fit the category of they are here illegally and they are violent offenders. Is there some value to the federal government getting them out of the Chicago machine?
Well, that's their responsibility. That's their job.
So there is value there.
Well, look, every administration has done this. That is their responsibility and their job. All we're simply saying is that our local police department will not dub as federal agents. It's not their responsibility. That's the responsibility of the federal government.
Do you believe what the governor said is correct, that the Trump administration is lying to us?
Well, for the president of the United States of America to freeze funding, particularly funding that has been established by law.
But do you agree with when the governor says that the president is lying?
Well, is he working outside of his authority? I mean, I think that there's going to be a great deal of litigation around that. This is unprecedented. And it's actually incredibly dangerous model that this president has put forth.
No, you're dangerous because you're putting your constituents, you continue to put your constituents' lives in danger. So don't put it on him. You're projecting. It's you. Yes, Charles, he is a Democratic plantation gatekeeper, point blank. And I've said that, Charles, I don't know if you were here. I've talked about him for over a year, and that's all he is. Okay. And again, folks, voting has consequences. So I just hope and pray that people, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a one term. I just cannot see him continuing. Again, he's fine with Chicago police locking up Black, white, Hispanic people that are there breaking rules. Americans. If you're an illegal, you have a free ride. So this is not right. Rita, which video, dear? Why is his haircut lopsided? Lanita, who knows? Exactly. Like we've said that. All he has to do, and I want to where's the video? He said something and said that he I don't have it right now, but yeah, he said he wasn't. People ask me, what about your the people of Chicago that are being thank you, Rita. Okay. Thank you, Rita. Who have been unalived and all these other things. And he's like, no, I'm not here for that. The one I sent, Brandon said a lot of right, Rita. That's what he does. Yeah, he's good with word salad. So I don't know, folks, but I just think that I like the progress that's being made. Tell me what your thought process is. And again, yeah, they're showing all these people. Now, remember, and this is what I try to remind people. Remember, they're taking the people out of here, the worst of the worst first, the criminals. I mean, for the heinous crimes. So for the people on here crying, they took my parents. They took them this early in the game. Guess what? They committed some bad crimes. I'm just saying. So, where are we here? Yeah, he said, I mean, everything he says, he, even at the press conference when they ask him, well, what about this and what about that? He stays on script, he in step, on code. And that's all he totally despicable. It's disgusting. Lanita, that's all he works for is money. He's not working for the people that put him there. He will be a one-term mayor. And again, I hate it for people like Chicago Hood and Prosperity. They're surrounded by blue. And so, what do you do? He's on the wrong side of history. He's a part of the problem. Music therapy. I'm hoping that this was so painful, just like what's going on in the village of Dalton, just like what's going on in the Thornton Township, right? That people are like, wait a minute. Hit the like button for me, folks. We are going to vote intelligently. We're going to put blinders on so people can't see the color of someone's skin. It doesn't matter. We want to know what your policies are, and that's the most important thing. And if you agree with that, type it in the comment section. Type yes. U.S. Army, all elected officials' first duty is to protect the citizen. U.S. Army, yes. U.S. Army, right. They protect anyone except the American citizens. That's the liberal way. And I have a serious problem with that. Yes, vote out blue, no matter who. And do not vote blue, no matter who. Lanita, Trump cut funds to Catholic charities. It has helped illegals enter and provided transportation. Yes, Lanita, Trump knows he knows what's going on. Like I said, this is his second time around, so he has a better grasp on things. Yes. And then he went to that church, you know, and that lady, all the things that she said, I'm like, what the heck is this? You're supposed to be praying for the man, not, you know, telling him your political agenda. He doesn't care. And it's opposed to what he's saying. How you doing, Prosperity? Prosperity said, no more blue, no matter who. Prosperity, we need for you to come back on the show as a guest. All the videos that I'm seeing, they're saying Chicago has turned into a ghost town. People are hiding. A lot of people are self-deporting. A lot of people are being picked up by ICE. Tell us what's going on. We need you to come on the show and tell us what's happening in Chicago. Latina said, no more blue. Yes, Latina. Yes, 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 yes. Functions by radar. If I come legal, I extend my hand. If not legal, I extend my boot. Right, Functions? Yes. Prosperity. Yeah, give me a call or text me. Let me know when you can come back on. Because I'm keeping up with all of this on social media. And it is sad. But I'm like U.S. Army. Sorry, not sorry. And you knew this was no secret. Trump told all of us what his plans were. And again, I can pull this up and show you. Let me show you. Go on TikTok. Now that TikTok is back up and running. Mary, I am too, love. Yes. Prosperity said we told them too. Woo. All right, let me show you. Yeah, I'm going to take you to TikTok. And I know many of you saw Selena Gomez. And see, we knew. Go back a few videos. I told you the Democrats, the liberals were going to do this. Yes, Rita, the blue bishop. That was not, and you could tell Trump does not hide anything. And even J.D. Vance was sitting there like, what the heck? Oh my God. Trump was there. He didn't like it. J.D. Vance definitely did not like it. Okay, so let me show you a few of these. He told you what he was going to do. Sorry, not sorry. William, Illinois hasn't helped Dalton for years with Tiffany. No common sense in Springfield. Oh no, here we go.
Deporting his wife. And now they deported me. They kicking me out. And they're breaking my family apart. Before you enlist in the military, think it twice. Before you marry an immigrant, think it twice. Think it if it's really worth for you to sell this country. So my husband, I'm like, are you sure you want to vote Republican? And he's saying he's going to deport criminals. You're not a criminal. Every time we go to ICE, they tell you, Mr. Juarez, your wife is no criminal. He voted for him, and now he's deporting his wife. And now they deported me. All right, so we're saying, yeah, so, we knew the Democrats were going to do this, though. We knew.
told my husband.
Bro.
Another one? Okay, come on. Go ahead. You know what I mean?
You hear all that crying, but again, I'm leaving that up so you can read that. This guy, it looks like a little baby face. Yeah, committed a shooting in Times Square, leaving a tourist hurt. His mom, like I said, his mom's out there crying her eyes out. Chris May, thank you for the super chat, love. All right, those hearts right there are just for you, dear. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. All right, let me see what else I can find here. And I don't know how many of you saw Selena Gomez. I mean, she was just, oh my God. All right.
Government, please put your heart. Let my parents be free.
I have to turn that music down so I'm not copyrighted. So again, yes, I feel bad for these children. But again, these people were pawns in the game. That's all they pawns in the game. Biden is with his family. He's doing fine. Kamala's with her family. She's doing fine. Look at these people in turmoil. Joseph, how you doing, love? Please cancel Selena Gomez for what she did. Yeah, I'll show you that video because some of you have not seen it. Chris May, thanks for the content. You have very important content. Thank you. Oh yeah, Chris, thank you so much, love. Prosperity, drop your channel link, love, so we can get. I have a lot of new people on here. We definitely want them to see your content. But those that are new here, Prosperity is there in the thick of it. She lives there in Chicago. She is a staunch advocate. She has been fighting City Hall. She's been fighting Mayor Johnson. She is not taking their crap. Joseph, I heard about that. Yes, Rita, Prosperity, thank you so much. Yeah, the Chris May and Mayor Lanita, all of you, make sure you subscribe to Prosperity because she goes to the city council meetings. Latina, how you doing, love? Latina said, if you're illegal, go home. You must go. Yes. You have to come in the right way. Thank you. There has to be law and order, like Trump said. Without those, you don't have a country. Right, William? It's easy. It's simple. Zully, I feel bad for some of them, but they got the chance of working. And listen, Zully, you know what they're doing in California since you brought that up. They have millions of dollars that they're setting aside for illegals to get free lawyers so that they can stay in this country. So again, Charles, how you doing, love? I love you too, dear. Again, why don't you take those millions of dollars and help all of those homeless people in LA and other parts of California? Shoot. You see, now I told you that's why I have a major issue with the Democrats. Now you understand. I can't with them because I don't understand them because it doesn't make logical sense to me. And when something doesn't make sense to me, I can't. Let me show you Selena Gomez. Prosper. Okay, there. Thank you, love. Lanita, I heard. Zelly, me and my sister waited 15 years for my mother, a widow, to get all of us to the U.S. All was done according. Yes, Zelly. Exactly. That's how it's, I mean, you have to, if American citizens have to follow the laws, guess what? Non-citizens have to follow the laws too. Here we go.
Just want to say that I'm so sorry. Only people are getting attacked.
Selena Gomez has been slammed after she filmed herself breaking down in tears while speaking about the deportation of Mexican people.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything.
The 32-year-old actress uploaded a very emotional video to Instagram, but quickly took it down after it didn't sit well with social media users. They were quick to slam her for not using her reported net worth of $1.3 billion to take action herself. After quickly taking down her post, she shared a message that read, "Apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people." Her family immigrated to the U.S. in the 1970s when her aunt crossed the border from Mexico to America, hidden in the back of a truck. Her paternal grandparents, Ricardo and Mary, followed their daughter. And once in the U.S., they welcomed Selena's father, who is also called Ricardo. Her mother, Mandy Teefee, is also a U.S. citizen. In a personal essay for Time magazine, Selena shared, "But when I read the news headlines or see debates about immigration rage on social media, I feel afraid for those in similar situations. I feel afraid for my country." The Golden Globe nominee noted as a Mexican-American woman that she feels a responsibility to use her platform to be a voice for people who are too afraid to speak. The Rare Beauty founder reminded her followers that fear shouldn't stop us from getting involved and educating ourselves on an issue that affects millions of people in our country. What are your thoughts on her video?
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I just want to say that I'm so sorry.
Florida said she should take them all to her mansion. No guilt when they are wrong, right? Prosperity. Vapor says she sounds unhinged. Yeah, exactly. She's got billions music therapy. I didn't realize she was. I thought she was a billionaire. I thought she was, but I wasn't sure. She's a billionaire, right? Where are we here? Oh my God. So, and then there was a man, I think he's been run off TikTok. I was going to show you his video as well. Oh, but yeah. And then, people are picking on Candace Owens too. Because, Candace Owens, she's going to say what she's going to say what did she do? Where's the video of Candace Owens? All right, here it is.
On my Instagram. My life. I'm so sorry. My life is going. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is happening.
It's weird. It's the moment of consciousness that is weird for me, that you're thinking about your family. It tells me you're not really sad, because when you cry and you're actually super upset about something, the last thing you're thinking about is social media. But she's her own producer. She's her own videographer, and she's crying. So I think it's weird, and I think it's funny, and I think it's okay for us to objectively embrace the fact that Selena Gomez crying on Instagram is funny.
Oh boy, that Candace, she's something. Oh boy. U.S. Army. Gomez is crying because she lost her house staff and she has to make her own bed. Oh, ouch. Oh my God. Shots fired. Latina Patriot. Selena, go to Mexico and support Mexicano. Yeah, if you're that upset. Exactly. I'm with you, Latina Patriot. Vipa. Okay, all of you got a little laugh out of that. And Zelly, Lanita, in many years since 1975, I worked very hard, never got food stamps or medical insurance free, work, and learned the language and married, had 2 kids, became a citizen. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Rita. Okay, her dad. Oh, okay, Rita. All right. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you all. Of course, I'll be live since I have so many new people on the channel. I have to remind people I go live every Sunday, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cheap pay, hey, prosperity. And we said that the Democrats, they thought they had them a new voting base, and also all the cheap labor. And again, let's go back to slavery. Remember, the Democrats didn't want to let the slaves go. And that's why they're trying to hold on to these illegals. They want cheap labor. They don't care about these people. Yeah, Candace did that, saying if she was really serious, because Candace's point was, when you're really serious, you're not going to be up here crying and holding a phone. And so, yeah, that's what that was about. Publicity stunt. Okay, Tina. Democrats invented KKK. Right, Rita? I did a video on that. And so they look at people as property. They don't look at people as human beings. Yeah, the Democrats, party of KKK. I did a video on that. Charles, I have been through all types of racist, white supremacist stuff, but I still had to deal with it. Oh, believe me, I have been called and treated like a slave in America today. Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you. And folks, we know it's all out here on social media, but we cannot forget the goal, and we have to support. How you doing, partner? Chef Honest Wine. We have to support what he's doing. He's doing what he said he was going to do, and the country will be better for it. Just take care of Americans. That's all I'm saying. Take care of us first. You're taking our tax money. Taxation without representation, that causes wars. Lanita said Gomez is just acting. Mayor, I talked about Margaret Sanger too. She said, yeah, a lot of people don't know she's over Planned Parenthood. Where did she put all her Planned Parenthood clinics? In Black neighborhoods. She said Black Americans were like weeds. Yeah, people think that the Nazis started the eugenics unit. That was Margaret Sanger. Look it up. Yes, Andrew. So that's where we are. And like I said, I am ecstatic. I'm glad something is happening. I'm telling you, folks, if Kamala Harris had won this country, go back and check several videos. I told you this country would have been done. And people are putting out a lot of false narratives saying that Trump is, I think I'll do a video on that tomorrow. He's cutting food stamps and Section 8 and all the, no, for people who can work, but who choose not to work. I mean, people are all over social media crying. So that's people, older people, disabled people, they will be fine. He's talking about people who just don't want to work. Yes, Rita. And so that's all I have for you folks. I tried to answer all of your questions. I hope I did. And so all I can say is, Prosperity said, praise the Lord. The celebrities want to continue to be relevant, but now they're living me. Florida. Yes, they are living me. No one's listening to celebrities anymore. No. Yes, full-blown music therapy. Yes. So all we can do, folks, is continue to stay the course. Things are changing for the better. Will everything be perfect? No. But thank God we're getting some of these people out of this country. Hitler studied and learned from the way the Dems treated Black people on how to harm Jews. And Lanita, no. People talk about the Nazis and Hitler. They learned a lot from Americans, okay? And that eugenics, Margaret Sanger, honey, look her up. Florida, you're fine. I make typos all the time. So especially if I don't have my glasses on and I'm trying to throw together a live stream really quickly. We don't listen to celebrities because most of them have no common sense. God knows they don't, U.S. Army. Yes, we will keep our faith high. I like the direction that things are going. I do. And all I can say is as the Democrats continue to implode, they're saying, I mean, they are telling all kinds of lies. That puppet Al Sharptongue is trying to get black people to go to Costco, to boycott Target and Walmart. And my response to him, that's my response to Al Sharptongue. Okay. He even went out and bought some gift cards for black people to go to Costco. Get out of here, guy. I mean, really? This is what you're doing now? Rita, exactly, another crook. Go tell him this, go pay your tax bill. Okay. So, that's all I have for you. I've enjoyed you. And hit the like button. I hope I can get one more like. This has been a good live stream. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be live 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll talk. And if there's ever anything, a subject matter that you'd like for me to discuss, type in the comment section, and I'll try to make it happen if I can. It's just that we know there's been so much going on in the village of Dalton and in the township of Thornton. Every time I was jumping on, hey, it was a super mayor. So, yeah, Rita, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, love. So I hope that you enjoyed this content. I hope it was enlightening. Al Sharpton used to be a pimp back in the day. He grifted thousands from Trump. Yes, Trump. Trump should say, look, man, give me my money back. All the money that Trump gave Al Sharpton. And now he acts like he can't stand him. Get out of here. Oh, my God. So anyway, hope all of you have a wonderful evening. And it's Saturday night, and we're feeling all right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Florida. Joseph, could you please go live when Brandon Johnson goes in front of Congress? Joseph, I will. Now, I don't get out of school until roughly, I may not be home until 4:30, so they're probably going to start before I get home from work. But I can start, where they are, if that's okay, or if that makes sense to you. Okay. Prosperity, all the people that were in your neighborhood, did they all disappear? Because that's what I've been hearing. They are gone. Charles, you applied? Yeah, Joseph. Just if when I get home, normally when something's going on, I just jump on as quickly as I can. Prosperity dropped. She dropped her link earlier, love. Can you scroll up? Let me see this. Yeah, here it is. I will share it for you. So make sure we go over and I'll drop it. Okay, she dropped it again. Okay. Oh, it's quiet now. So they're all in hiding. Oh, no problem, Lanita. I enjoy it. Thank you, Prosperities. So Zully, Rita, I think Rita's already subbed up. All of you who have not subbed up, if you want to know what's going on in Chicago, you sub up to her channel. Prosperity, we need to talk. I need to get you to come back on the channel as a guest so we want to see your face. Okay. Joseph, I went to Fiesta grocery store and there were more employees than customers. Oh, wow. Yeah, everyone's in hiding now, Joseph. Joseph, are you going to be in tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Yes, thank you so much, Florida. Hey, they're in hiding because they, and then, some places they're offering people money to turn people in. They have that 888 number. Thank you, Mayor. Private eyes, they're watching you. They see your every move. baby, private eyes. They're watching you, private eyes. Yes, Hall & Oates. Charles, I've looked for jobs for over the past 3 years. Well, you're going to have a job now, Charles, because everyone's being deported. Joseph, I will be at work tomorrow at that time. You will be going like, oh, Joseph, that's okay. You can catch it later, love. Tina, I like the direction things are going as well. Tina, thank you. I couldn't do what I do without wonderful people like you and Prosperity and Mare and Charles and Karen and Latina Patriot. Thank you all so much. Check out her content. Page your work. Yes, Prosperity. Yes, Prosperity goes to the city council meetings and sets it on fire. She does not take any junk from any of those people. Yes. All right. They're paying money. Sign me up. I could use some. Lanita, yeah, some places, I did a video on some places are paying people to call that 888 number to turn in these people. And thank you, Mayor. And we know if the shoe were on the other foot, oh my God, they would turn us in. Americans would be turned in a heartbeat so people could get money. Tariffs start for Canada, Mexico, and China Tuesday. Yes. 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 Thank you all for subbing up to Prosperity. Yes. She's coming back on the channel soon. Okay. All right. Chubbs, I guess home. I haven't talked to him in a while. All right. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Thank you for your, yeah. All right, so we're going to go. I enjoyed this. I hate to go, but I don't want to tie you up because I want you to come back tomorrow. All right. So I'm going to go to the comment section and I'll talk to you there as long as you're there. And just remember, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, love. Pena, let's all send Rolynn shout out and keep support. Thank you, Pena. Yeah, Pena, if you have Facebook, Instagram, True Social, share out the stream, love. Pena, I want you to come back tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Robert, you as well, love. Robert said, get the guy who said, no more money for you. Too lazy. Bye. No, yes, Robert. Robert remembers. Come over here. Take Americans, taxpayers' money, and then call them names. Disrespect them. Oh, heck no. You have to go. My kitty rolled on ground in middle. Okay, music therapy. All right. I'm going to the comment section right now to talk to all of you. So thank you again. It's much appreciated. You have thousands of content creators that you could go stop by and visit, but you decided to spend your time here. And I love it. And I love you. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.